Alright, it is Tuesday the 24th, and today I think I'm going to be doing some self-portrait stuff, but I went on a run this morning, so I'm looking a little scuffed. So before we do anything and talk about my plans for the future, let's get cleaned up. Alright, so the mission today is to take some self-portraits. I don't know if I said that already. Please forgive me, this is my first time really vlogging, and I don't really know how to operate without some semblance of a script. But anyways, the objective for today is to take some self-portraits. Got it cleaned up in the shower, and now ready to do a little bit of a beard trim. Ooh, but first, lotion. What am I doing? Doing this for the camera got me all out of whack. Don't even know my own morning routine. Alright, back to this. I think that's about good for the scissor cut. Never claim to have a perfect beard, but you really just go for good enough. Alright, and with that, we are good to go and get dressed. Alright, so the first portion of this I want to be all inside. I might take some portraits outside today, but it's kind of cold and I don't really know if I feel like doing that. And I think I can get the look that I want in here. So I was looking on Pinterest for some self-portrait ideas for men, and I feel like I kind of struck out. Everything on there was pretty dramatic. We're talking blue key lights with the amber ring lights for almost a cinematic look. As cool as that stuff is, it's really just not my aesthetic, style, whatever you want to call it. So I think I'm gonna have to do this on my own and take it my own direction and see how it goes. But I think with the plants that I have in here and these big south-facing windows, that I can achieve that look reasonably well. Anyways, there's a very clear step one here, and that is to find some good music. We're not going the chill direction this morning. There's an album from Roddy Ricch, actually, that I was recommended, so... Alright, T Grizzly actually popped up first, so I'm gonna cue one of these. Alright, we're ready. Let's get to it. Alright, so the first change we're going to make is we're going to change out this 24mm for an 85mm 1.8. And this is going to make these portraits look a little bit juicier pretty easily. So let's make that switch. So now you guys cannot see me at all, but this is going to be much more appropriate for some portraits. Alright, I fucked up. This has been proving to be extremely difficult. I can't get the angles or the lighting that I want just right now. I don't know. I'm not doing a good job right now, and it's frustrating me. Whatever. New plan. I am going to resume this at around 3:30. I'm going to go out to Central Park, try and take some pictures outside, try and get that golden-ish hour lighting around there in the trees, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully better than this. Alright, so it's around 3 now, so now I'm going to get ready to go to Central Park, try and take some better portraits. The ones I got before were pretty boring, so hopefully we can get something a little more, shows a little more personality, a little energy to it, and we'll go from there. Close this. I got my Peak Design Sling with my 85 in here. I also got the tripod set up at the bottom. And then I got some extra batteries as well. So I should be good to go. I got my best fit on. Film camera too. Maybe take some film portraits. We'll see how it goes. So I think this is the spot. Try. So I did one with the camera over here. Now I'm running another with the camera over here. We'll see how these turn out. Definitely looks better than inside though. Alright, So I got a bunch of photos right here. It's really cold. I tried my hardest to actually smile, despite feeling really uncomfortable with how cold it is right now. But I didn't get to take as many videos as I would like because I had to use my phone as a remote shutter. But I think it's all good, and we'll see how these photos look. I think I got at least a couple good ones in here. So I'm gonna take us back into the warm inside. I froze my ass off taking those self-portraits, but I'm gonna try and take one more on film. My ass is not recording on the way home, dude. It's way too cold. I also met the nicest woman before, telling me about pine cones. She was so cool. Well, I lost all the good light, and I have to read the instruction manual still. Alright, first attempt here. Alright, well that's enough self-portraits. Alright, actually one more. Alright, we'll see how that turns out. I'm annoyed how fun that is. Let's pack this up though. I'm going to be sprinting home. It is so cold. All I want is to be home, make a hot cup of tea. I really want coffee from Lorraine, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make tea instead and be economical. Also, this is my first time doing this thing with the strap and the tripod, and it actually works really well. I like it a lot. I'm so close to home. This 10-minute walk feels like half an hour right now. Alright, I got my tea, I got some cookies, and now let's take a second and talk about the point of these self-portraits beyond just getting some new pictures of myself. But I'm gonna slow roll this. I wanna eat these. So in 2022, it didn't feel like I got that much done. I did a lot of work, which was good, and I made a decent bit of money, but I didn't achieve a lot of the things that I set out to do. And in 2023, I'd really like to change that. And the mission is essentially the same as it's ever been. I want to create a genuine online presence that is sustainable and eventually profitable. And I've never been that great at planning this out, but I've decided that a bad plan is better than no plan. So here's a little rough outline of how I want to grow this online thing. So one thing I want to talk about is revenue streams. And I know a lot of people say that I'm jumping the gun by talking about revenue streams when I have like 300 subscribers, but I don't think it's a bad idea to plan out how I want to make money off the thing that I intend to eventually make money off of. I get that it's supposed to be a passion thing, and it obviously is a passion thing because I keep on making these videos and I'm not making any money off of them. And I feel like it just seems a little, I don't know if reductive is the right word. I guess I just don't see why not plan for the future. Like, why not plan for how things might go down the road? So, revenue streams. Anyways, the three main ways I intend to make money in the more short term are YouTube ad revenue, affiliate links, and print sales. Print sales probably won't contribute that much money, but I think it is something that I want to try and do because I just like selling prints. YouTube ad revenue is probably the most realistic because it's much more clear-cut how to earn YouTube ad revenue, even if it's not a lot. And then affiliate links is something that I want to explore more, and that ties more into, I think, the blog that I'm trying to grow as well. And speaking of growth, I want to talk about the platforms that I intend to really grow. And the main two that I want to focus on are my YouTube channel, right here, and then my blog, kevincochranline.com. Everything else is kind of just marketing for those because I don't really intend to make money ever off Instagram or anything like that. I feel like it's just more of a place for people to maybe see my stuff for the first time. It might be optimal to hyper-focus on one, probably picking YouTube or a blog, but the way I intend to do it is to kind of create blogs and YouTube videos that are sort of in tandem with each other, that don't completely negate one another, but if you consume both of them, you might get some unique nuggets of information out of consuming both of them, so that it's not just a complete waste to the viewer or reader. And I've been taking the growth thing somewhat seriously. I've been doing a lot of research on search engine optimization to really understand that side of blogging better because it seems like it's really critical to a blog's health and growth. I also have a sort of more guerrilla marketing plan, air quotes marketing plan. It's very, very small, but really I just want to focus on posting a lot and being engaged in the communities on apps like Vero or apps like Granary more specifically, because there's people involved in my niche that are willing to consume content, and I think I can make some really good content that they'll appreciate. So why not become integrated in that community and grow sort of organically from the ground up rather than begging the YouTube or Google algorithms to pick up the content that I'm making. And you probably started wondering at some point how self-portraits ties into all of this. And really, self-portraits are just there because I'm trying to enhance my online presence. I'm trying to get things up to date, up to speed, because I am going to be going very hard on this journey towards a sustainable platform online. So yeah, I really just want to get some fresh pictures of myself and some pictures that really represent me and the things that I like. So that's why I want to get out into Central Park and take photos in a space that I really appreciate. You also might be wondering why right now? Why am I going hard on this online presence thing right now? And if you saw the single video where I mentioned it, I was working over with Judd at Your Average Consumer for about the past year and a half, but they're switching studios, so I can no longer make it to that new studio with public transit. So I'm kind of up in the air for a new job right now. So I plan on doing a lot of freelance work and doing this online thing to try and get it off the ground while I have some more time on my hands. I'm also just being realistic that this is what I've always kind of wanted to do, and although the full-time regular paychecks are really nice, I really crave making something of my own and building it from the ground up into something that I can really be proud of and sustain myself off of. Honestly, I don't think there's been a better time than right now to try and give myself a chance to figure this out. So it'll definitely be a lot of work, but I think it's a lot of work that I'm willing to put in. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely afraid, but I am trying my hardest to be brave in this situation and do the things that I said I would do. Anyways, that's enough talking about my plans and future ideas and stuff. Let's get on to the now with making these portraits look extra crispy. Alright, so this is my office for the day. I didn't feel like going to a coffee shop, and Kendra needs the other room to do work from home, so I'll be in here. But first, let's try and get some lighting set up. Alright, so I just got done editing a bunch of these photos, and I have to say I am so proud because these feel like the first photos digitally that I've edited in a long time that just have such a good aesthetic or vibe to them, whatever you want to call it. I'm just cheesing because I think these look really good, and I'm excited to show you guys, so check these out. I guess I never pointed out what I actually want to do with my self-portraits, so I'll walk you guys through it just a little bit really quick. So inside, I want to use the nice south-facing windows that I have here to get some nice, soft, natural light on me, and just some pretty clean headshots. And I got a couple of those, didn't love the lighting that much. And then I went to Central Park, and that's where it got a lot better. That's where I wanted a nice green background to kind of show the outdoorsy vibe. I brought my film camera as a prop, and I was wearing the clothes that I would hike in, so I just went around like the Goldenish hour around like 3:30, 4 o'clock, took photos for around an hour, and really just tried to get some nice side profile lighting being filtered by the trees a little bit. And that's all there is to it. I'm not exactly a skilled portrait photographer, especially in self-portraits, so it was just kind of a guessing game, some 45-degree lighting, and that's about it. So yeah, that's my self-portrait process. It's not very complicated or anything like that, but it has been a pretty good while since I've done it. I think last time I did it was May 2020, so almost 3 years. So it's about time for a refresher on the self-portrait game. But yeah, I'll show some before and after, the edits, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for hanging around, and I hope you hang around for some more content coming really soon. I got another really cool video planned right after this one, so thanks for hanging out. See you in the next one.